watching First Up 9 AM Live. Now we should focus to Operation Mathura, the sting operation that we showed yesterday, which has created massive impact and a lot of political reactions. After India Today's sting operation, opposition Congress and the BJP have renewed their attack on the Akhilesh government for a total breakdown of law and order in the state of Uttar Pradesh. UP Minister Balwant Singh Ramuwalia defended the state government, claiming all necessary steps were taken to avoid bloodshed in Mathura. Here's a lowdown of all the reactions to the India Today sting.
इतनी बड़ी मतलब घटना होने की आशंका और उसकी रिपोर्ट अगर पुलिस हेडक्वार्टर को है, अगर सरकार को है, इसके बाद भी सरकार ने अपने कर्तव्य को पूरा करने का काम इसलिए नहीं किया क्योंकि सरकार के एक बड़े मंत्री का वहां जो बैठे हुए गुंडे और माफिया हैं उनको संरक्षण प्राप्त है कि सरकार को एक क्षण के लिए भी सत्ता में बने रहने का अधिकार नहीं।
मैं यही कहना चाहूंगा, हम शुरू से कह रहे हैं कि समाजवादी पार्टी की जो सरकार है उसके द्वारा प्रायोजित ये सारा कार्यक्रम है। वहां कब्जा भी सरकार की मिलीभगत से कराया गया था, लगातार एक्शन नहीं लिया गया। इसी की वजह से 2 हमें पुलिस अफसर हमारे शहीद हुए, कुछ और लोगों की जाने गई। अगर शुरू में इस पर कार्रवाई होती है, कहीं ना कहीं समाजवादी पार्टी के नेताओं की इसमें मिलीभगत रही है। जय गुरुदेव की संपत्ति से इसको जोड़ा जा रहा है। सबको पता है 10-12 हज़ार करोड़ की जय गुरुदेव की प्रॉपर्टी थी, पहले उसको कब्जाया गया, फिर इसको कब्जाया जाने का षड्यंत्र था। सरकार बुरी तरह से फेल हुई है, लोकल एजेंसी जांच नहीं कर सकती। अगर सीबीआई जांच करेगी तो कम से कम सच सामने आएगा। मेरा मानना है।
A commission has been appointed by a retired High Court judge. The name is coming Justice Imtiaz Murtaza. I have full faith in him. He is a very honest and very upright judge. As a High Court judge, he was very upright. I am very sure he will go into details and find out each and everything. And let's wait for the report. The aim was to capture, keep the position in that disputed land. But there was another target to hit disputed place before the election. Who is responsible? Central government. They were hiding these facts. So BJP is equally responsible as the administration of Mathura is responsible.
I think Akhilesh Yadav will probably prove himself to be one of the worst chief ministers of Uttar Pradesh. And the way the state is going, I think it needs an urgent change of government because it's really becoming a lawless state.
In democracy, the chosen elected governments, whatever they should do in a very deeply well thought manner, we have done that. And what reports were, this is one side of the story, but reports when discussed, when considered, when taken into account, when situation and adjoining situation was discussed or examined, then I said, I am sure certainly it was an appropriate time only on that day when the action was taken.
See, the intelligence reports which came, they all went to the district administration, and it is basically for their consumption and action, so that they can factor in all the intelligence which they had gathered while doing any operation. So definitely now if the inquiry is on, judicial inquiry is on now, and if anything comes up, any lapse which comes up in the inquiry, yes, definitely we'll take note of it. But definitely rely on personal information, we rely on LIU information, the local intelligence units information, we also rely on so many other informations, and then we have to make our plan or execute our operation in a manner so that it has a maximum effect on the ground.
Let's quickly take a look at the key takeaways as far as our sting operation is concerned. What have we been able to showcase or show our viewers? What exactly happened? We know what happened in Mathura. The sting operation shows that almost 300 pages of the 80 specific intelligence alerts were all ignored. They were ignored by the state government. That is what people there are speaking. Reports from the 23rd of January 2015 till the 1st of June 2016, again ignored. This is the report that we are talking about, which has been ignored, that was sent by the intelligence units. There was an alert that the Netaji cult encroachers were battle ready and dangerous. Again, something which was ignored, because if the police knew this, why did they go the way they did, unprepared? Specific intelligence on lethal weapons stockpile in the Jawahar Bagh. First of all, number one, why was this stockpile allowed in the first place? And secondly, why were no actions taken later? The UP cop saw armed cult members roaming in the area for 2 months. He says, I kept reporting this to my bosses, but the UP government dragged its feet, and the UP police had no powers to act against the cult members. When we say UP police, we mean the local unit in Mathura. UP cops were ordered to stand by near Jawahar Bagh and not act while the action or while the firing was on. A cop there in Mathura, he alleges that the government planned to lease land to the encroachers. Now that is one of the claims that has been made in the sting operation. The cop alleges thrashing after questioning Ram Vriksh Yadav. That is what this cop actually alleges. Let's quickly go across to TV Today Network's managing editor Rahul Kamal for more on this. Rahul, as far as Operation Mathura is concerned, the one thing it has been able to expose again and again is the fact that there was collusion, there was a deliberate go-slow, and the Uttar Pradesh government has been caught napping, literally, in a sense, also complicit in collusion with those who were encroaching.
Sanket, immediately after the Mathura mayhem broke out, we heard from the Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister, we heard from the DGP, we heard from senior police officers. All of them said intelligence failure. That was the reason why we didn't know that there were arms, that we went in unprepared. What this investigation does is completely and totally blow apart the defense that's been put out by the Samajwadi Party government, because Mathura was anything but an intelligence failure. I have looked at those documents, 80 warnings, very, very specific warnings by Munnilal Gaur, the chief of the local intelligence unit, the LIU, reporting back to his bosses constantly about every movement, about history sheeters coming to this Mathura park, about weapons coming in, about weapons training. One day prior to the attack, he's telling his bosses that we need to go in with preparation. These people are armed, they are dangerous, and they're willing to hit back. This is in writing. It's part of an LIU report. If despite this, the Akhilesh government is talking about intelligence failure, it is only trying to save its skin. Remember, Sanket, the reality is that this is a poll year. We are building up towards a poll year in Uttar Pradesh. All these lapses can be politically very costly, and therefore, the Akhilesh government did what was politically most convenient, blamed the local intelligence unit. Now, these people are not allowed to speak out on camera. They will never reveal their anguish and frustration. But when he was speaking to our colleagues on hidden camera, you can sense the anguish. You can sense the despair amongst the LIU members that we did our job. We reported back to you, not once, not twice, not 10 times, not 24 times, but 80 times about what was going on. You ignored those warnings. Now you turn around and in public start blaming us. This is a very significant expose, because soon we will see various opposition parties latch on to this. We done something similar when the Muzaffarnagar riots happened. That proved to be very, very costly for the government because their complicity was exposed. Now, for the second time, remember, Ram Vriksh Yadav is a Yadav. Mulayam Singh Yadav's party is essentially dependent to a great extent on support from the Yadavs. Now, just because there's a Yadav connection, you allow somebody to usurp 280 acres of land in the heart of Mathura city. That makes no sense, Sanket. You cannot look the other way. Arms training taking place. Remember, this is not Bastar, this is not Dantewada, this is not the back of beyond where there's no habitation, there's no electricity, there are no mobile towers. This is in the middle of one of India's biggest cities. And if it's taking place over there, this cannot be an intelligence failure. It is, in some senses, sheer negligence on the part of the Samajwadi Party. Some would say deliberate negligence.
Absolutely. That was the question that I was meaning to ask you, that the Samajwadi Party would come around and say that, yes, at some level, some Babu in the police could have ignored these warnings that were coming in. But this ignoring could often be seen, at least politically, will be seen as deliberate. Because, literally, the Samajwadi Party right now has blood on its hands. There are so many lives that have been lost.
I leave the politics to the politicians. We don't wish to get, because this is not done with any political intent. Ours is a journalistic investigative intent to reveal what happened, the fact that blaming the intelligence officials is not proper and appropriate. We've already seen the political reactions. The BJP, Keshav Prasad Maurya, the BJP chief of Uttar Pradesh, demanding that the Akhilesh government be sacked. We've seen the BSP and the Congress also hit out at the Samajwadi Party government in Lucknow. They will do their politics. It suits them to do their politics. But the larger purpose here, Sanket, really was that you've got a certain set of officials being unfairly and wrongly blamed. When we spoke to these officials, they revealed the reality. Remember, after Mathura got over, the OB-Vans, the cameras, the reporters all came back. But India Today's special investigation team, they stayed there. They kept looking for the truth. And now when this truth is out, it is totally, terribly shocking. This story has been trending on social media. It's been the top trend nationally all through the night when we brought it out. And people everywhere are discussing how the Samajwadi Party government chose to look the other way. The politics, of course, will erupt. We will track that politics. But our intent, Sanket, is not political.
Absolutely, the intent is not political. Absolutely, it is not political, as Rahul has said, because what we are trying to do here is trying to show you the reality. Those people who are blamed by the state administration, what are those people saying? It's not to serve any particular political agenda. This is in pursuit of the truth. Let's quickly take a look at this sting operation that we were able to carry out, which unearthed the real truth, which actually brought forward the real truth as far as Mathura is concerned, where we asked a simple question. Our pursuit was very simple, to find out who let Mathura bleed.
नीचे फायर हो रही है उधर से सिपाही मार दिया तो मर गया सिपाही मार दिया तुम्हारे अंदर सिपाही मार दिया अंदर
This was battlefield Mathura, where 29 people died violent deaths this month. There were gunshots, grenades, even cooking gas explosions. As this 268-acre piece of land was engulfed in furious mob-driven flames. After the Mathura mayhem played out, after 29 persons, including 2 senior policemen, lay dead, their families totally devastated.
मैं समझता हूँ पुलिस को पूरी बातचीत और तैयारी के साथ उनसे बातचीत भी करनी थी और पुलिस पूरी तैयारी के साथ वहाँ जाना चाहिए था, लेकिन जो जोखिम हुआ है या जो घटना घटी है किसी की जानकारी में नहीं था कि इतने असले होंगे.
Uttar Pradesh's government was quick to blame local intelligence, or the alleged lack of it, for the devastating spillage of blood. And with their boss calling the blame, UP's top cops appeared to fall in line. But what you're about to see is the apparent truth about Mathura and how it may have had nothing to do with any intelligence lapse. The worst thing that's crossing your mind right now could be the actual truth. India Today's special investigation team now shows how Uttar Pradesh's rulers in Lucknow simply dismissed specific intelligence that a disastrous face-off was just waiting to happen. First meet the chief of Mathura's local intelligence unit, Inspector Munnilal Gaur. Anguished by accusations that his department slept on intelligence, he opens his secret files for India Today. Files that shockingly show the state's top brass was alerted over and over again to the dangers posed by Mathura's deadly cult gang.
ऐसा भी समझ में आया कि ये लोग अपने साथ अवैध असला भी रखे हुए हैं, जिनका समय आने पर प्रयोग भी करने से नहीं चूकेंगे. वर्तमान में जवाहर बाग में रह रहे सत्याग्रही.
The administration was given ample intelligence, he tells our undercover reporter. The Akhilesh government knew precisely what was happening. Inspector Gaur divulges that he sent his inputs not once, not twice, but as many as 80 times to the UP government.
हमारे तो लिखा पढ़ी में है हर क्यों भी हमने कहा 80 प्रत्यावेदन भेजे, डीओ लेटर होते हैं ना जो यो नोट्स, 80 भेजे हैं, 80 करीब 250-300 पन्ने की है रिपोर्ट हमारी, अलग अलग डेटों में के महीने में 4 भेजे, कभी 5 भेजे, जब जैसी घटना परिस्थितियाँ आई वैसी मैंने लिखता भेजता रहा, एडवांस में आशंका व्यक्त करता रहा, लेकिन किसी ने उसकी तरफ ध्यान नहीं दिया।
Inspector Gaur shows us copies of his intelligence dossiers on the Mathura cult, sent directly to the Akhilesh government sitting in Lucknow. His multiple inputs clearly stating that Mathura was a time bomb.
ये पूरी रिपोर्टें हैं जो डेली की डेली ये जो भेजी है ना, सबसे पहले मैंने इनको दिया है अवैध असलों के संबंध में, देखिए लिखा है टैग लगा हुआ है, अवैध असलों के संबंध में हमने दिया सबसे पहले रिपोर्ट इनको 23 जनवरी 15 में लिखा हुआ है, समझे, इसमें लिखा है मैंने, इतने 6 पन्ने की है ये।
Mathura's intelligence chief then reads it out aloud for the India Today team.
यहाँ उल्लेखनीय है संगठन जुड़े उपद्रवियों के बच्चे महिला पुरुषों की संख्या अधिक होने की एवं संगठन के प्रति समर्पित विभाग सोने कार्ड, यह लोग अपने साथ करीब 3 फीट डंडा हर समय रखते हैं, जो हर समय पुलिस प्रधान झगड़े झगड़ने के लिए एवं हर परिस्थिति का सामना करने के लिए तैयार रहते हैं। ऐसा भी समझ में आया कि यह लोग अपने साथ अवैध असला भी रखे हुए हैं, जिनका समय आने पर प्रयोग भी करने से नहीं चूकेंगे।
In case you didn't hear that clearly, here it is again. Inspector Gaur's alarming intelligence to the state administration about a potential lethal assault from the encroachers of Jawahar Bagh. This warning was issued over a year ago on the 23rd of January 2015.
ऐसा भी समझ में आया कि ये लोग अपने साथ अवैध असला भी रखे हुए हैं, जिनका समय आने पर प्रयोग भी करने से नहीं चूकेंगे। वर्तमान में जवाहर बाग में रह रहे सत्याग्रही अत्यधिक उत्तेजित है तथा प्रशासन से लड़ने झगड़ने को तैयार है। यदि उनके साथ पर्याप्त संख्या में पुलिस बल लेकर कार्रवाई नहीं की गई तो अपर्याप्त पुलिस बल के साथ कोई भी घटना घटित हो सकती है। 23 जनवरी 14 उसकी है आपकी रिपोर्ट, 15 की,
23 जनवरी 15
की। इसलिए इनको हटाने की सुनिश्चित रणनीति, आप सुनिए, इसलिए इनको हटाने की सुनिश्चित रणनीति एवं पर्याप्त पुलिस बल के साथ ही कार्रवाई किया जाना समीचीन होगा।
It is terrifyingly clear. If Inspector Gaur's repeated warnings from as far back as January 2015 had been responded to, the Mathura carnage could perhaps have been prevented. But there's more. Mathura's district and police officials did in fact inform their bosses in Lucknow about the mounting trouble at Jawahar Bagh. Inspector Gaur then pulls out a report he says was sent by the local district magistrate and the senior superintendent of police to the state's home secretary in Lucknow. This document contained Gaur's intelligence inputs on the Mathura cult and the land they encroached upon. Shockingly, it wasn't just one scrap of paper that contained the Mathura warning. Inspector Gaur pulls out document after document, paper after paper, predicting the disaster.
ये देखिए, ये डीएम ने एसएसपी ने भेजी है मुख्य सचिव,
जिलाधिकारी मुख्य सचिव
में। इस सबसे बड़ी बात ये है, निरीक्षक कहलाए की कोर्ट की गई रिपोर्ट, समझिए।
तो इसमें तो आपने तारीख वाइज आपका सब मेंशन है,
यही सब भेजी डीएम से, मांगो डीएम देंगे आपको। 15 रिपोर्टें ऐसी भेजी उन्होंने शासन को, जिसमें हमारी सब रिपोर्टों को संशोधन किया गया।
डीएम ने शासन को भेजा था,
सब भेजी, डेली भेजी उन्होंने।
आपकी रिपोर्ट लगा के,
हमारी रिपोर्ट लगा की 6/9 की है रिपोर्ट, 10 नवंबर 14 की है, 10 नवंबर 14 की है,
29/11/14
की है, 15 की आ गई, 23 जनवरी 15 की आ गई, मारपीट वाली जिसमें हुई है इनकी, 25 जनवरी की है, इन्होंने यही लिखा है इसमें।
Inspector Gaur tells India Today he kept streaming this information to the government till even a day before the bloodshed took place. Take a look at how specific his warnings were. In this June 1st report, just a day before the violence, he actually listed out the lethal arms acquired by the cult.
इसमें लिखा है पत्थरों के टुकड़े, लाइसेंसी शस्त्र, विस्फोटक सामग्री, असला के संबंध में भेजी रिपोर्ट। ये 1 तारीख का है, देखो 1 जून का है। एसएसपी डीएम, एसपी सिटी, अपर नगर प्रशासन, सिटी मजिस्ट्रेट, क्षेत्राधिकारी नगर मथुरा को भेजी। इसमें लिखा हमने उल्लेखनीय है जवाहर बाग फल कराए जाने को लेकर दिए गए नोटिस दिए गए पुलिस द्वारा की जा रही कार्रवाइयों के चलते पड़ावरा सत्याग्रहियों की हतोत्साह न होने देने तथा पुनः एकजुट होकर सत्य का प्रदर्शन करने, साथ ही प्रशासन को भी यह प्रदर्शित करने कि हम आपके द्वारा की जा रही किसी भी कार्रवाई से कतई सशंकित नहीं है, कतई सशंकित नहीं है को दर्शाने के उद्देश्य से सत्याग्रहियों द्वारा आज महिलाओं बच्चों को आगे कर फ्लैग मार्च निकाला गया।
What you've just heard is the intelligence chief of Mathura proving with official files and documents that a string of warnings were issued to the Akhilesh government in Lucknow. Revelations that appear to destroy government claims of an intelligence lapse at the local level and raise truly terrifying questions. Is the blood of 29 persons on the UP government's hands? Why did the UP government ignore specific warnings on the Mathura cut? Could the Mathura bloodbath have been stopped if the government acted? With Vishwas Kumar and Arun Singh in Mathura, this is India Today's special investigation team.